Good afternoon. Welcome to Options Tenor. It is Tuesday. It is terrible Tuesday. It seems so gloomy in the market. I am holding on to call positions. I do think the market still rises, and that's what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you why I think we still bounce higher. And I think tech is kind of symbolizing that we get a little bit more of a bounce coming up. So we're going to start off with QQQ, and then we'll check out some of the individual names, some of the big tech stocks, and we'll end off with SPY, and we'll go ahead and show you the VIX as well, getting some divergences on all of them. So stick around. If you are new here, go down to that bottom right hand corner, hit that Options Tenor logo, and subscribe. So thanks for joining us. If you want to help us out here, go ahead and hit that like button. And there's other ways down in the description if this helps you out. Okay, so we have QQQ on the 65. We're going to stick to this time frame the whole way through. We have our initial wave down, a retracement, and another wave down. Is it ending? It's relentless. I think so. So we're digging in here. There's a couple possibilities. We'll look on the Elliot wave count. But right now, this certainly does look incomplete. But I can count this to where this is a very very large wave 1 going into wave 2. And then we have a very small wave 4. And all this chop. And we got real tight in there. We broke out from this descending wedge. And now all we're doing is backtesting it. Very simple backtest. Can this go lower? Of course. I thought SPY was done. But we had IWM move us lower along with the Dow. We're not going to look at the Dow today, but we're going to look at IWM as well. Okay, so tech has been strong. It's been relentless. All it's doing is backtesting this wedge. Okay? It's as simple as that. I think by Friday, we should be up here at 365 for tech. I think we should hit the top end of the options expected move at least. Okay. If we go on the Elliot wave board, how I'm counting this is that this is initial wave 1, 2, and there's just no way that this is a wave 3. Even if we extend lower into these areas, which the bulls would want to see. The bulls want to see this area right here, especially if you count this as a 5-wave move for 1, a 3-wave move for 2, A, B, and then you want to see a 5-wave move down into a wave C, into this 100%, the 38.2, the 62%. There's so much confluence here. I'm not going to go into this too much, but the bulls want to see this price action creep lower, get all the way down here, and with divergences happening, which I see on all sorts of charts right now. They want to see tech to get down here, and then boom to the upside. So I only see really 2 scenarios. I see this either being bullish, and somehow you got to get tech to get down here into this area with bullish divergence, and then you get new highs. Okay, but my primary is now that this is a 1-2, and I still think we're in a topping pattern where we need a 1-2. So let's dig in here a little bit further. Okay, so we have this sequence of waves ending for another 1 in this turquoise, and I have this as an A because I see this as a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave move. That's an impulse move. And we're getting an A, a B, that triangle inside of here, and we're trying to complete an impulse wave C, trying to get some sort of traction in this area. This is a typical B or wave 2 area. And then we'll be looking for the impulse move for wave C into 2. So that's a 5, 3, 5, which is very common. That's a zigzag. Very common for a wave 2. Can this come lower? Absolutely. We can test this 786 right here. We have a trend down day. So do I expect a huge rally right now? Not exactly. We're holding on to some Tesla and some Apple and things like that, and we're going to take a look at that. So with this in mind, that we're still looking for a rally into the end of the week. This is an A, B, and we're looking for a C, possibly to end off next Monday or into next week. This move here. Okay? And that's going to be our thesis for the rest of this video. Keep in mind that we're looking for 1, 2, 1, 2. And then let's go ahead and further, before I even go to the stock, the individual names, let me show you with the IWM. IWM it's breaking this rising pivot, which is bearish. But the IWM has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move down. Okay, we're not complete yet. Doesn't look like it. Maybe close this gap, go into big support here. 5 wave move down. Unless this did not turn out to be an island gap. Let me get rid of that. Unless this is completely being annihilated to where this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we have much, much further. I mean, that would be doomsday. Doomsday. So this is how I see this. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse wave down. And if we start getting our rally, we should have some sort of wave 2 pullback. And so this should really start to rally going into next week. We need some sort of pullback anyway. Bullish, bearish, I don't care what you are. This thing's complete. It's just about complete. I can see a 1, 2, possible 3, 4, 5. This thing should be done today. Okay? All right. So that, again, that says this is going to help the bounce. We get our rally here. And maybe I'm counting this wrong, and then this is only a B, C type correction, where that's a 5, 3, 5. But either way you look at it, we're looking for a bounce. Maybe we're just looking for a 1, 2, 3 all the way down, and we're looking for a wave 4 bounce because the IWM is so weak. And then we head lower. That would make sense too, but you still need a bounce. And that would suggest that that tech is going to lead us up. This is going to get a relief rally, and that SPY should be somewhere in between. Okay, so let's take a look at Apple. We're in Apple calls. We're into Apple calls for the end of this week and next week. And I'm not going to look at any indicators, but you have bullish divergence in Apple. You had a wedge that it broke out, and all it's doing is backtesting, just like QQQ. All it's doing is backtesting. So we're looking at an A, a B, and then we'll end it off with the C. Very simple. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla holding in well. I have calls into this week and next week. Holding in very well for a weak market. You have a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting some sort of B correction. So you have A, some sort of B correction in here. If the B correction is over from this move here, then we're setting up a 1-2. And going into the rest of the week and beyond, we should have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I went way out there, but I think we get to this about the 260, 258 would be the full 62% retracement. Now, this is a wave B. Wave Bs are made to take your money. Okay, so that's why it's so difficult. We could just be getting an A, B, C. We could do triangle. A, B, C, D, E, and then we start our ascent. Okay, so that's possible. We could be forming a triangle. So let's go ahead and draw us a symmetry here. Now, I thought we had a triangle in the NASDAQ, but it broke down. I still think we had a triangle in there, but I thought it was a larger triangle. Before I jump to Amazon, let's look back at QQQ. And when looking at QQQ a little bit further, let's go to the 15 minutes so I can show you what I'm really digging into. Look at that. It's starting to crunch up. It's finding support. It's finding support somewhere in here. Okay? You see all the wicks? It's trying to find support in there. Okay, so we have our 5-wave move up. And then this I would count as an A. Inside of this whole thing is this whole move inside of here is a B, right? So this initial lower degree A, and then the B, which is made to take your money, B can be anything, has a B 3-wave, excuse me, let me say this one more time. 3-wave move up for A, 3-wave move down for B, 3-wave move for C, and then we gap down for D, and we got that push that failed for E. Okay? So that's why the triangle formed in here. You had A, and then a triangle B, and an impulse C to the downside. Just about complete. Okay, this isn't a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 end of the world setup. Look, we're starting to get that push. We're starting to get the push. I think this has possibly ended. And we should continue to the upside. We should have a bullish day tomorrow. Okay, let's look at Amazon. Look at Amazon. All it's doing is backtesting. You have a 3-wave move down. Let's go back to the 65. You had the impulse move down. Broke out of the wedge. An A. A B. And we're looking for a C. Nice move up. So again, we're just backtesting. That's the story that tech is telling us, that all we're doing is backtesting right now, and we're looking for that last wave up. MSoft. Microsoft. Microsoft has a 3-wave move down. The bulls say, "Oh my gosh, we're going to new highs now." It's anything's possible, but I'm looking at a 1-2, 1-2 setup, and so we're looking hardly even retraced yet. Broke out from the wedge. I know I don't have it drawn here. Got real tight in price. Broke out. Now all we're doing is backtesting. That's it. Over and over. That's what tech is telling us. We had a beautiful play in Netflix. Beautiful move. Took profit on it. And we're jumping back into it. This thing could be continuing to the downside. That could be a wave 4. And we get a wave 5 after. But I still think this is just a corrective move that we can go up further. A huge wick there. We got out towards the options expected move, and we might be setting up for 1-2. We might have an ending diagonal here or something like that. But this move may be done. That was more of a casino play that I rolled out some of the profits, huge profits in this one. I rolled it out into next week. So we're not expecting much from Netflix at this point. So sorry, that was a little sideshow. Let's see what the VIX is all about. So the VIX looks all bullish as hell, and that's wonderful. Now it looks like it has that 5-wave move. I thought the 5-wave move was complete here into resistance, but the VIX is so volatile, no pun intended, that it created a whole nother high. But it's a divergent high. So if you look at all the indicators, which we're not going to do today, you have a negative divergence here on this 5-wave move. And so I think we're going to go close this little gap here. I think we have an impulse move, and now we're going to correct. And then we go much higher, which is very, very bad for the market. You see if looks like a trend line might be able to, kind of a broadening formation there. Yeah, so we're in resistance as well with this broadening formation. I think we start to get our pullback as soon as we might get a pop in the market today, but tomorrow I think we should be looking for a nice bullish day. All right, I know this is super scary. Let's go ahead and go into SPY. I know it looks super scary. The market looks like it's falling apart, but tech is telling us different. I had to get out. I lost money on my SPY calls. That's part of the game. Okay, I think we might backtest way up here. This neckline. I think we might get possibly up to the 440 area. That'd be a 62% retracement. Also the 200 period moving average. So we're down near we close this gap. We're down near the options expected move. And since tech is starting to rally, I do think this move is over. Okay. We have this channel. Couldn't get above the channel. And I do think this is the time. It's going to get above this channel within the next couple days. So we'll be looking for a nice big rally. It needs some relief. Some people are calling this a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave move. I don't think so. I don't think this is a 5-wave move. I think this had ended where we thought, but we're getting a B, expanded B, and we'll get our rally for a 5-wave move up for a C. Possibly close the gap, back test the head and shoulder. Maybe go up just a little bit more. So we'll be looking for this rally to come now. And I think this is a 3-wave move. Okay? So that would be the B, expanded B. It's a 3-wave move. I can't count 5 waves in there. So let's go over to the Elliot wave picture. And if this is mimicking the NASDAQ, but just weaker, then again, there's our A. Here's our B down at the low. I think our low's in. And we're going to look at for something like this as a wave C into the 50% or 62%. We didn't even reach the 38% retracement on this move, on this backtest here. It's not a wave 4. All right. I know it can be wrong. But this doesn't look like a 3-wave move. All right, we're past the 38.2 retracement from the previous highs, so I just don't think this is a wave 4 for the bulls, and it goes higher. I just don't see that happening. I know it looks like tech's a lot different stance, but we're looking for a rally now. Okay, let's dig in just a little bit closer into that move, that B wave. This B wave right here we have a 3. Look at that. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5. Something going on here. It's just really hard to count. So even if this, say, initial 3 wave for an A right here, that would be your A, 3 wave move. And then your B, A, B, C for a B. And now your impulse move for a C. We got our impulse move down. And I believe that's just about, if it's not complete, it's just about. And now you have what should rally into next week for a C. All this is, there's divergence building everywhere, positive divergence. All right, that's what I got. You guys, I hope this helps out. I hope you're not getting bearish right here. It's definitely not the spot. Even if